Hey you guys, it's Moonlander, and this is a review of a horror movie available to watch on Amazon Prime. And it's called The Hotel of the Damned. Now this is a Romanian movie that was released in the US in December of 2016, so it's a pretty new movie. It is an English movie and it stars an American actor, Peter Dobson, but there was a couple small conversations in a foreign language that the subtitles wouldn't even tell you what they were saying, and why that is, I don't know. So this movie is about a guy that gets out of prison and he's picked up by his buddy, which I can only assume that they're in the mob. They obviously are involved in crime in some way, and when he gets out they go collect money from a guy that must have ripped them off or something, and then they go to locate the ex-con's daughter.
Romania of all places. Come on.
Hello, Eliza.
What are you doing here?
I've come to take you.
And when they find his daughter, she's in a hotel room with a junkie, and her life has obviously become somewhat of a mess, and he's gonna return her home, wherever that is. They don't really say, but it's out of country. And on their way driving out of the country, they're driving through the woods in the middle of nowhere, and something hits their windshield and they roll off the road. So they get injured in the car accident and they have no cell phone service, so they begin to search their surrounding area for a phone or anybody to help them. And the only thing they find nearby is an abandoned factory, and they go in it to take shelter for the night. And eventually they find that this factory is inhabited by a group of cannibals.
What are they?
I don't know, but there's more of them and they're coming this way, so I say we move, and move fast.
So the rest of the movie is them fighting through the night to survive. The things I liked about this movie is it was a blend of action and horror, and I really enjoy that, and I wish there was more movies that did that. Like, these guys are fighting off the cannibals, and like three of them had guns, so I mean, they at least can, fight these guys off, and I thought that was kind of cool. And the cannibals were pretty creepy and cool looking. They all, appeared just natural humans, but dirty, and, they had blood and feces or something smeared on them. Except for the leader, there was something going on with his face. Like, I guess he was like subhuman or something. I don't really know. And I also thought it was kind of a cool premise of somebody getting out of prison and immediately getting into a situation that would be like a horror movie. Like, I don't know why, I just think that's a really cool idea. And it's something, I don't know why, it just makes me root for that character more, to get out of one horrific situation and immediately into another one. There's just something really cool about that. Okay, so the things I didn't like about this movie is there is like no gore in this movie, and I don't know how you can have a cannibalism movie with no gore. There was only one brief scene of cannibalism and gore, and it was toward the beginning. Then after that, you don't see anything else. And the dialogue in this movie is really goofy, and I thought the characters were a little too exaggerated and a bit off. The main character, the ex-con, his character is just overly aggressive to the point like it doesn't really make sense. Like, I think they were trying to portray this guy as a real tough guy, but it just seemed goofy. And for being an action horror movie, the action, while there is action, the action sequences aren't that cool. I mean, there's some like hand-to-hand combat and there's some shooting, but none of it's really anything spectacular. It's all pretty just standard stuff. And I think like the biggest thing I didn't like about it was like the ending was pretty unsatisfying. I mean, it concludes, but I just wish there was a more satisfying end to this movie for being an action focused horror movie. So my final thoughts on this movie is it's not a terrible movie and it is entertaining. I just wish it had more focus on cannibalism and, maybe more horror to it than there was. So I'm going to give this movie a 6 out of 10. And I do suggest it. It's a pretty fun movie. It just don't expect like it to be scary or to get what you would expect out of a movie about cannibalism. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next one.